Hello everyone. Today we will learn together about how to overcome depression by applying the philosophy of Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers. Stoicism is not only a philosophy of life, but also a powerful tool to help us face the challenges of life. By understanding and applying these principles, we can find the motivation and strength to overcome the difficulties of daily life. Let's start by affirming that this world is better with you, and that you have a lot to contribute. Stoicism is not a philosophy of pessimism or despair, but on the contrary, it emphasizes the importance of realizing your own value and contributing to life. When you realize your value, you will be motivated to continue trying and overcome all difficulties. But before you start with small and completely free actions, that is, subscribing to the channel and leaving a comment, every little action of yours is a great encouragement to me. That is the sincerity, kindness, and virtue and Stoicism taught. Feel free to comment because that is your way of life. Let us know about your views, my dear friend. This life is better when you are present. You have a lot to contribute and your responsibilities are demanding. If you come to Stoicism thinking that it tells you that nothing matters and everyone is bad, you are mistaken. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoics were not as depressing and gloomy as you think. I disagree with that statement. If you think that, then you are missing the whole point of this philosophy. Look at Marcus's life. He experienced many losses. He witnessed many tragedies, such as plagues, wars, and health problems. It was a long series of challenges, but Marcus Aurelius persevered through them. One of my favorite passages in Marcus's work is when he writes about getting out of bed in the morning. He says to himself, "I have to work like a human being." He doesn't complain about having to go to work, doing what he was born to do. He's not here to huddle under the covers and keep warm. He writes, "Don't you see the trees, the birds, the ants, and the spiders all doing their own work to arrange the world in the best way possible?" He says that you have to love your nature and what it requires of you too. Marcus emphasizes that you have to help people. It's clear that he appreciates the people around him and learns from them. He learns to take care of himself, enjoy the good things in life, serve others, and realize the importance and power of love, kindness, and compassion. This is hardly a dark and gloomy philosophy. In fact, it's the opposite. In Marcus's work, he reminds us to serve the common good, not to think too much about our own problems. Don't let anyone hear you complaining to yourself, but think about your duties and obligations to others. This is one of the best ways to get out of your own head and stop obsessing over personal problems. Marcus and other Stoics understood that happiness is not something you pursue, but a result of living in accordance with your principles and values. He believed that our lives are colored by the colors of our thoughts. Part of the Stoic practice is understanding that you can see the good in a situation instead of only seeing the bad. Marcus reminds us that life is not always easy, that suffering is inevitable, but the degree to which you endure and what you endure is your choice. Journaling is a way to cope with reality and not succumb to the darkness. He encourages us to seek help when needed, not to be afraid to ask for help. Marcus also emphasizes that you should remind yourself of your mission, that you are here to be a good human being, to speak the truth with kindness and humility. He encourages us to focus on what we have to do, to remind ourselves of what nature requires of us, and to do it without hesitation. Life is not always easy. The people you meet may not always be pleasant and circumstances may not always be favorable. Marcus Aurelius understood this better than anyone. He once wrote, "When you arise in the morning, tell yourself, 'People I have to deal with today will be busybodies, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and disagreeable.'" This is not to say that Marcus is saying that you shouldn't get out of bed because people are bad. Instead, he's reminding us that this is a fact of life. Not everyone will behave properly, and not every situation will turn out the way we want it to. But it is important not to let these negative things affect you. He said, "I cannot let them involve me in their ugliness. I cannot let them drag me down." Marcus Aurelius also emphasized that we must remember why we are here. We are all supposed to work together, and we each have a role to play. He writes, "Focus on what you have to do. Focus on it. Remind yourself that your job is to be a good human being. Part of the Stoic philosophy is realizing that you can't control everything. You can't control the actions of other people, the circumstances around you, or unexpected events, but you can control your reactions. You can choose how you deal with difficulties and challenges. You can choose how you perceive the world and how you behave. One of the most important lessons Marcus Aurelius teaches us is the importance of focusing on what you can control. He writes, "You can't control what happens, but you can control how you react to it." This is an important lesson in dealing with depression and other mental health issues. When you focus on what you can control, you will feel stronger and less affected by external factors. Obligations too. Marcus also emphasizes that helping others is a great way to get out of negative thinking and focus on the good. When you help others, you not only improve their lives, you also make your own life more meaningful. He writes, "Stop thinking about your own problems and think about your duties and obligations to others." This is one of the best ways to get out of negative thinking and focus on the positive. When you help others, you will feel more satisfied and happy. You will feel that you are doing something meaningful and valuable. Marcus Aurelius also encourages us to seek help when we need it. He writes, "Like a soldier charging against a wall, what if you had to reach out and ask a comrade for help?" This is an important lesson about not being afraid to ask for help when you need it. No one can do everything alone, and sometimes you need help from others to get through the difficult. If you are dealing with depression or other mental health issues, don't be afraid to ask for help from those around you. You don't have to face everything alone. Seek support from family, friends, or mental health professionals if necessary. Marcus Aurelius' Stoic philosophy is not just about endurance and patience. It is also about living true to your values, contributing to the world around you, and asking for help when needed. It is a philosophy of empowerment, kindness, and compassion. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that life is not always easy, but we have the ability to overcome and make a difference. He writes, "Do what you must without hesitation, and speak the truth with kindness and humility." This is valuable advice that we can apply to our daily lives. Remember that you can do great things and do great things. You can overcome hardships and challenges. You can live true to your values and contribute to the world around you. Marcus Aurelius' Stoic philosophy will help you do just that. Marcus Aurelius' philosophy reminds us that each of us has the power to change the world around us. Although life can be filled with challenges and hardships, we can face them with courage and perseverance. Marcus writes, "Nothing is too difficult for man." When faced with difficulties, remember that you have the strength within you to overcome them. It is important that we do not let challenges discourage us. Instead, we should see them as opportunities to grow and learn. Marcus Aurelius experienced many hardships in his life, but he persevered and never gave up. He teaches us that true strength lies in never giving up, no matter how difficult the situation. An important part of the Stoic philosophy is accepting what cannot be changed. Marcus writes, "We cannot change the past, but we can control how we respond to the present." This is an important lesson in accepting what has happened and focusing on what can be done in the present to improve the situation. Marcus also emphasizes the importance of living in the present. He writes, "Don't waste time worrying about the future or regretting the past. Focus on what you can do right now to make a difference." This is valuable advice that we can apply to our daily lives. If you are feeling stressed or anxious, remember that you are not alone. Seek support from those around you, and don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Marcus Aurelius relied on Stoic philosophy to overcome all the difficulties in his life, and you can do the same. Remember that you are valuable and capable of making a difference. You can overcome challenges and live a meaningful and happy life. The Stoic philosophy of Marcus Aurelius will be your trusted companion on your journey. I would like to take a moment to express my deep gratitude to all of you for your incredible support and encouragement. Your continued support has made me feel truly grateful and motivated every day. I cannot express enough how important your support has been to me, and it has helped me through many hardships. I am so appreciative and grateful that you have always been such loyal and amazing viewers. Thank you all for always being there for me and cheering me on and